Yes. What is the number? Is 58 means we both means 56. Amma will ask our number low. Okay. Then good evening, students. Today we are going to discuss. There is one exercise in your course of 302 practical crop production. There is an exercise is named that nutrient management or fertilizer management of field crops, different field crops. Before going to discuss the nutrient management of different individual field crops, I want to discuss some basic aspects of nutrient management. Then only you will get, is better to go for nutrient management of individual crops. Without basic knowledge, without basic aspects of nutrient management, we if we, whatever we discuss about nutrient management is not a meaningful. So simply saying 160 40 per paddy or something, it's not a right thing. So what is the nutrient management? Why this management of nutrient is required? Yes, anybody? Why we have to manage nutrient? Is we have fertilizer since evolution. We are applying fertilizer since first generation of crop production. Yes, I am already yesterday told you rules of my class. One thing, whenever I will ask question or I will ask to, whenever I want a response, then you have to respond. Then only I am considering your presence. If you don't know, then you just tell, just respond whatever you know. You just tell. Otherwise, I will ask one by one and I will give them a options. Those not responded. Anyhow, from since evolution, once the cultivation of the crops is started, up to some 100 years or 1,000 years or 2,000 years or million years, there is a initially the crops are emerged and germinated and they are grown with their own the soil's own fertility level, so fertility source. But after continuous cultivation of these crops, the soil fertility level or the capacity of the soil to provide plant nutrients to crops or plants is adjusted. Then to improve the further, that is reduce there is a soil capacity of supplying nutrients is decreased. Then further it started reducing or declining the production or productivity of the plant yield or crop yield. Then human started to apply some artificial fertilizers to the soil, so adding some different materials to the soil to improve soil fertility or soil nutrient providing capacity to the plants. Then okay, then what are the nutrients is required? What are the fertilizers is required? Yes. Now before that there is no need of application of fertilizers, the or nutrients or any manures or fertilizers. The crops naturally grown and they are given a good yield at that time. But while after some time the soil capacity to provide nutrients or fertilizers nutrients to the crop plant is adjusted. Same time population also increasing the population with tremendous potential. And what are the production we are getting with that productivity level, it's not sufficient to provide food or powder or whatever the textile to the your growing population is not matching. Then what we have to do? We have to increase the productivity. To increase the productivity, what you have to do? You have to correct what is the shortfall. What is the shortfall here? soil capacity to provide nutrients. Means soil nutrients are available nutrients in soil is shortfall or lock-in. So then humans started to apply the nutrients. Then the many forms, whatever the organic or whatever. Then what is nutrients? What are the different nutrients required by plants? What are the different nutrients required by the plants? So idea number 1. Yes, what are the different nutrients required for the plants? Idea number 2.
Sir,
Yes. What are the different nutrients required for plant growth and development?
primary nutrients, secondary nutrients, micronutrients.
I'm not asking classification. What are those particular nutrients? Can you tell me what
Nitrogen,
is that nutrient?
phosphorus.
What is that primary, secondary, or tertiary, or micro or macro?
Nitrogen, phosphorus.
Yeah, how many like
Potash.
that? How many like that?
Sir,
How many like that? What is any number is there?
NPK.
Huh? Any number?
20, 20,
20.
sir.
20.
17 is a
17. Yeah. Continue. Tell me. 17 or 20 or what? Akila.
sir.
Chapama.
17, sir.
17. Then tell me what out of that 17, just classify that 17 with names.
Primary, secondary micronutrients and
With
beneficial.
names. With names.
Nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, sir.
Yeah.
Calcium, magnesium, sulfur.
Yeah. What is that
Secondary
comes under
nutrients.
which category?
Secondary nutrients.
Okay.
Then micronutrients.
Tell me what are those different micronutrients?
Zinc, manganese, boron, molybdenum, chlorine.
Then
Copper.
Okay. Then
Beneficial silicon, sir.
17 over anything remaining. Yes. Next ID number. Next ID number. Who is there? 4, 5,
Sir,
6,
4,
7.
sir.
Huh?
4.
Yeah. Tell me. Okay. Akila told.
NPK, carbon,
Okay. NPK
oxygen,
3, 4, 5.
zinc, nickel,
Then. Okay. You are moving from
chlorine.
America to Pakistan to Turkmenistan. Okay.
అన్నీ చెప్తున్నాను కదా సార్ 17.
అవునా? అమెరికా వాళ్ళ ఇంటి పేరు అమెరికా వాళ్ళని తీసుకొచ్చి ఇండియన్ గ్రూప్ లో కలిపితే ఎట్లా? యా. దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఐడి నెంబర్ 13. ఐడి నెంబర్ 13 absent. ఓకే, absent. ఐడి నెంబర్
సార్ present సార్.
చెప్పైతే just classify plant essential nutrients based on Arnon's and Stouts. Yes.
Micronutrients, macronutrients.
Okay. Then antena. Next
2 classification.
Item number 25.
సార్
చెప్పు
మైక్రో అండ్ మ్యాక్రో
చెప్పు ఏంటి మైక్రో ఏంటి మ్యాక్రో?
లిమిటెడ్ అమౌంట్ తక్కువ రేషియోలో ప్లాంట్స్ కి యూజ్.
Okay, I'm not asking that definition. What are that comes under micro? What are that comes under my macro?
Sir, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, sir. Macro.
Okay.
Micro వచ్చేసి iron, manganese, molybdenum, boron, copper, zinc, chlorine, nickel, cobalt, sodium, silicon.
Oh, you added few new also. Okay, anyhow, leave about micro. You added new one there. Anyhow, you come to macro.
And beneficial, yes, sir. Beneficial. Last sodium, silicon, beneficial.
Then sodium, silicon. Another one, anything? Is anything is there other than that two? You are told
Cobalt.
another one also.
Cobalt.
Yeah. Okay. Then come to macro. Is there any differentiation, any bifurcation? Any classification, further classification is there among the macro? What you told?
స్ట్రక్చరల్ ఉంటాయి కదా సార్. ఐ మీన్ కార్బన్
Yeah.
హైడ్రోజన్ అయితే బేసిక్, కార్బన్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఆక్సిజన్ బేసిక్.
Yeah.
ఇంకా స్ట్రక్చరల్ కింద నైట్రోజన్ కాల్షియం అవి వస్తాయి.
Okay.
అంతే సార్.
Other type of classification. Okay, you told, but not I'm asking structure. Other type, just basic structure, basic type. Akila told that type something. Primary, secondary. Yeah, primary, secondary. Structural. What are the primary nutrients? Chandras?
కార్బన్ హైడ్రోజన్ ఆక్సిజన్.
Hey, listen me. What are the primary nutrients?
నైట్రోజన్,
What are the structural nutrients?
నైట్రోజన్ కాల్షియం సార్. నైట్రోజన్
What are the
కాల్షియం.
structural nutrients? Okay, tell me one
మెగ్నీషియం
thing.
సార్.
Which of the any three nutrients, group of three nutrients contributes more than 95% of the plant body?
CH4, sir. Carbon,
Yes.
hydrogen, oxygen.
Yes, Sakila.
Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sir.
Then what we call them?
Structural elements.
Yeah. Another name for that? Another name for that? Non-fertilizer. You are applying any fertilizer for that? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen? These all are non-fertilizer elements. Non-fertilizer essential elements. What is the source for CHO? What is the source of CHO?
కార్బన్ డైఆక్సైడ్, వాటర్.
Carbon dioxide, water. Okay. Then come Chandras to next. What is the primary now? Primary. Yeah. CHO left out of your macro. Chandras ఏం మిగిలా ఇంకా CHO అయిపోతే.
సార్
You told macro some around 9 nutrients you told under macro category. Macro. Out of
Yes,
that
sir.
CHO is left over already. CHO
Yes, sir.
comes under structural or non-fertilizer. Then what are the left?
నైట్రోజన్, ఫాస్ఫరస్,
Then
కాల్షియం, పొటాషియం, సల్ఫర్, మెగ్నీషియం.
classify that too. That nutrients.
అంటే ఇవి నైట్రోజన్, ఫాస్ఫరస్, పొటాషియం ఫర్టిలైజర్స్ ఇవ్వచ్చు సార్.
Just a minute.
ఓకే సార్.
Call from management. Sir, good afternoon, sir. Class jarugutundi sir. I'm going on. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. Then Chandras. NPK, CAMGS. Just this all comes under macro category. Is there any
Yes, sir.
further classification among that?
ప్రైమరీ, సెకండరీ, స్ట్రక్చరల్.
Structural over CHO. Yes, primary and
ఎన్పికే
secondary.
ప్రైమరీ కిందకి వస్తాయి సార్.
Yes.
రిమైనింగ్ కాల్షియం, సల్ఫర్, మెగ్నీషియం సెకండరీ కిందకి వస్తాయి.
Okay. Then who is the next? Chandras. Next 14, 15, 16. Anybody there? 14, 15, 16.
16 there, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, what is primary? What is secondary? Why primary? Why secondary? They comes first. The other thing is comes next. Is it?
Prime S.
Their importance is primary and their importance is secondary.
Secondary.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Why they called primary and why the other is called as secondary? Why NPK called as a primary and why CAMG is called as secondary? Yes. Speed up. Next. 16, 17.
Sir.
Chapama.
Primary and large amount require అవుతాయి sir.
Is it? Macro, all are comes under macro. All are large amount only. Primary, secondary, that is not a reason for to classify primary and secondary. Next, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Kirtisri.
20.
20 is there. Yes, John.
ప్రైమరీ న్యూట్రియంట్స్ ఎన్పికే అనేటివి ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్ కి ఎక్కువగా యూజ్ అవుతాయి సార్.
Then
సో ప్రైమరీ న్యూట్రియంట్స్.
oh,
Secondary nutrients, calcium.
CAMG is not, you are telling that CAMGS is not that much important for plant growth.
మోడరేట్ గా యూజ్ అవుతాయి సార్ ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్ కి. మోడరేట్ గా ప్లాంట్ గ్రోత్ కి కాల్షియం, మెగ్నీషియం, సల్ఫర్ యూజ్ అవుతాయి సార్.
It's not a reason. It's not correct. It's wrong assumption. Most of people think like that. Next.
సార్
చెప్పు కీర్తి.
సార్ ప్లాంట్స్ కి ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ లో రిక్వైర్ అవుతాయి సార్, అందుకు అవి మేజర్ న్యూట్రియంట్స్.
అతను చెప్పింది నువ్వు చెప్పింది అదే కదా, ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ తక్కువ అమౌంట్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎ ఇష్యూ. నెక్స్ట్. There is not a, that is not a concept. Primary means any nutrient providing through fertilizers, that is primary. And secondary, we call secondary for that because we are not applying artificially, we are applying directly, we are applying indirectly. If you apply SSP, your P is your primary. Along with that, your calcium and sulfur also growing. So there is no, can you tell me any fertilizer for your secondary nutrients? There is no, almost no fertilizers. Okay, we are applying these three nutrients among this, along with the fertilizer, state fertilizers are your NPK. Okay, if you take this one, what is that? Ammonium nitrate, sorry, or calcium nitrate. We are applying it, the main motto is there, we are applying for nitrogen, but calcium also going automatically. We are applying SSP is the best example for that to understand. What is the SSP's composition? SSP composition, Kirtisri? What is SSP first? SSP and T. Anybody?
సింగిల్ సూపర్ ఫాస్ఫేట్ సార్.
Yeah, single super phosphate. What is its composition? What is its composition? Yeah. Composition of SSP.
16% phosphorus, sir.
16% sulfur, 11 sir.
16 phosphorus. What is the sulfur?
12.5, sir.
Okay,
12.5.
Then
P2O5.
Calcium
Calcium 21.
20? Not
21,
around
sir.
18. Okay. So here our motto is SSP is a phosphoric fertilizer. But along with that, we are also supplying your calcium and sulfur. Like that, so many people like that. 10. You take this one, your potassium sulfate. Okay, sulfate of potash. What is sulfate of potash composition?
60% potassium.
I am asking sulfate of potash, not merit of potash. Yeah, around 48 to 50%.
50% K2O.
Among
50%, sir.
that, we also providing
18%.
50% K2O సార్.
how much? What is that?
18% sulfur, 50% K2O.
Yes. Like that. That's why we are calling the CAMG secondary. Not, you don't think that they are important and they are not important. They are more important. They are moderately important, or they are what you told something. They are more amount required. This more amount required. Not that macro we divided. That is different. That macro and micro, among that is amount is the issue. Then there is not important. But then again, while you comparing macro and micro, the importance is not even your chlorine also is same importance, having same importance than nitrogen in case of plant body functional aspects. But the amount required is the criteria for classifying micro and macro. Here in primary and secondary, the source and way of application is required. Is the criteria for classification. I think you got the then. Okay, macro is clear. Then coming to micro. Yes, ID number 16. Tell me micro. Micro.
అర్థం ఏం సార్?
What are the different micronutrients, Amma? Hey, mute చేసుకోరా. Micronutrients చెప్పమ్మా.
సార్ బోరాన్, క్లోరిన్, కాపర్, ఐరన్, మాలిబ్డినం, మాంగనీస్, జింక్.
Boron, chlorine, copper, iron, molybdenum,
మాంగనీస్, జింక్.
Manganese, zinc, 8. 8 plus, what is that? 9. 8 plus 9? 17. Is okay? Okay then. These are the micronutrients. Why? Because the quantity required is less for plant growth. But the functionally it's not less important. It's less important. That's then you don't think that functionally these are less important. That's why we calling as a micro. The quantity required is less. That's why we calling as a micro. Then other than that, this guy our Chandra has told some three or four other nutrients. Yes, can you repeat Chandra's again? Chandra's.
Sir,
Other than this macro, micro, primary, secondary, you told another 3 or 4 extra nutrients. What are that? You told some name also.
sodium, silicon, cobalt.
Sodium, silicon, cobalt, vanadium. These all are
Yes, beneficial.
beneficial nutrients or functional nutrients or whatever. Who given the functional nutrients term?
Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas. Okay, Nicholas. Okay, anyhow, okay, tell me. Then sodium required for which crop? Sodium required for which crop? Mostly sodium required for which crop? Anybody?
Sugar beet. Sugar.
Huh? Please repeat. I think it's correct.
barley,
Sodium. Huh? Clear గా చెప్పండి నాకు వినిపించలా. Anybody? Open. ID number 29.
Sugar beet, sir.
Sugar beet. Who is that?
Suman, sir.
Yeah, sugar beet. Then another one is he's telling that what is another one is silicon. Silicon for?
Rice.
Huh?
Rice.
Rice.
Right.
Ready. Then remaining cobalt. Cobalt for your leguminous crops and vanadium for some microorganisms. So this is about the basic classification. And that first one, that is whatever that first 17 is, that criteria is based on the Arnon and Stout criteria. Whatever that all criteria and all these things you know. So I am not entering in that. But that among that 17, nickel is added latestly or okay latest. Among that, not latest means not in 2004 or 2008 or 2012. In 1978 only, but among that is the latest one. Okay, and remaining these are as per that Nicholas, that is a beneficial nutrient and some crops required for its growth and development. This is the plant nutrients. If you take the plant body, there is almost more than 90 nutrients is there, but these are the nutrients required to complete its life cycle as per that criteria. Okay, then we have to provide these nutrients. Among that CHO, we are not providing. We are providing what we are providing? We are providing your NPK, Ca, MGS, same time your micronutrients. So, how we have to provide and which form we have to provide? Okay. So, having 10 acres of area land, I am sown different crops. Okay. What are the different? I want to supply all these nutrients. What are the different sources available? Please, ID number 29. What are the different sources available?
Sir, question ఇంకోసారి చెప్పండి సార్.
I have 10 acres area, 10 acre land. I am cultivating different crops. Okay. And I want to apply. My soils are showing the deficiency of all the nutrients. I want to correct the deficiency. How I will correct? Which source? Which are the different sources available to correct that nutrient deficiency or to supply the nutrients for my crops? Which are the different sources? Okay, I will tell you one thing. Your chemical fertilizer is the one source. Okay, whatever your different chemical fertilizer is there, chemical fertilizer is one source. Other than your chemical fertilizer, what are the different sources available?
Organic fertilizers.
Organic
manures, composting,
Okay, whatever you do, continue. Manures, composting,
plant cover crops,
cover crops, okay, plant residues. Okay. Then
organic material,
organic materials, manures, all are okay. Then yes, this
Slurry.
that's all. Just go back. Go back.
Mulching.
Huh? Your fertility, fertilizer, manures, fertilizer course. I think that 16 told something. What am I?
Slurry, sir, slurry.
Okay, that's all are comes under manures. Just think. That's all. Fertilizers and manures. No other methods.
The mulching చేయొచ్చు.
Okay, that's all. Okay, that is that's why I have given a common term, crop residues or stubble. Okay. Other than that,
Edible and non-edible oils.
that comes under manures.
Cakes.
That comes under manures.
Sir, microbes.
What is the appropriate word for that? What is the appropriate word for that?
Biofertilizer.
Yes, biofertilizers. Okay, next. Next. Anybody is remaining? Just think in basic aspects of your degree.
Biological nitrogen fixation.
Yeah, that comes under biofertilizers, all the as a broad word.
Green manures.
Green manure.
Yes, green manures.
Tillage. Tillage చేయొచ్చు కదా.
Tillage. Tillage, how it will provide nutrient to soil? Yes, tillage, okay. How it will provide the nutrient to soil? Tillage helps to increase soil fertility levels. Is it okay? But how? It increase soil aeration.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు
చెప్పు.
అంటే అంతకు ముందు ఏమైనా క్రాప్స్ వేసినప్పుడు సాయిల్ ఇన్వర్ట్ చేస్తే క్రాప్
I am asking course, not process. Okay, these are the different sources. One is your chemical fertilizers or inorganic fertilizers, then your biofertilizers, then your manures, then your green manuring or brown manuring. These are some of the basic sources. Okay, then tell me what are the different manures. Can you classify, anybody classify the manures and give each one example for that? There is any manures is manures only, or there is any classification?
bulky manures concentrated.
Yes, very good. Then okay, bulky and concentrated. What are the bulky? What are the concentrated?
Farmyard manure.
Rural compost.
Okay,
Rural compost,
compost,
green
urban compost.
manures.
Okay, poultry compost. Okay, Unio. Okay, then these all are
Bulky organic manures.
bulky, means bulk, large quantity. Okay, then
Concentrated organic
tell me
Oil cake, sir.
what is the general composition of NPK in your FIM and average?
0.5 N.
Okay,
0.2 P2O5, sir.
okay,
0.5 K2O, sir.
okay. Then okay, so these are the different organic bulky organic means there is different sources is there. Other than that, anything is there? This FIM
Concentrated.
okay, concentrated is there among the bulky. What about your vermicompost?
Compost. Green manures.
Compost from farm towns.
What's fertilized?
Compost from, okay. I am asking what is the vermicompost? Composting with worms or earthworms. Okay.
Earthworms.
Tell me what is the best suitable earthworm species?
Senior food.
Area sweet is sir.
Which one? Out of the
Red
three,
beetle, white worms, earthworms.
there is you are told now 3 names, 3 species, which is generally commercially using.
Utilus seasoning.
Okay, generally to prepare one cycle, to complete one cycle of vermicompost, how many days it will take?
3 months.
3 months? Okay. Anyhow, that's we'll discuss later. So these are the bulky. Then what about concentrated?
Edible
Oil
and
cake.
Oil cakes,
non-edible
sir.
cakes.
Edible and
Oil cakes.
non-edible oil cakes.
Other than that, oil cakes. Other than oil cakes. Then tell me among the oil cakes, is there any category?
Non-edible
Edible
oil
and
cakes, edible oil cakes.
What are those non-edible?
Mahua, neem oil cake, castor cake.
Castor, sunflower, bone meal.
Sunflower oil cake is not edible.
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 Edible,
Edible
sir.
or non-edible?
Non-edible, sir.
Sunflower.
Non-edible.
Sunflower oil.
Is it? You sure? You sure? Paka?
Edible, sir.
I'm having doubt.
Sunflower.
Sunflower. I'm having doubt on sunflower.
Edible, sir.
Yes, it's edible. Okay, among the cultivated
Yes, sir.
species, other than Mavu, Karinja, Neem, among the cultivated species, which one is not edible?
Pongamia.
I am asking that is one only among the cultivated, among the oil seeds. Among the oil seeds.
Castor.
Yes, other than castor.
Linseed, mustard.
Mustard is edible.
Mustard.
Okay.
Neem.
There is some okay, that anti-toxicant and all those things. What is okay? Okay, these are the different oil seeds. Okay, other than oil cakes. Other than oil
Bone
cakes.
meal.
Bone meal,
Yes.
blood meal.
Bread meal, meat meal.
Okay, bone meal, bread meal, meat meal. These are meals. Then what is the composition of bone meal? The P content in bone meal.
16%.
Then N. Bone meal.
10%, sir.
Bone meal. Which one? N is maximum or P is maximum?
P is
Highest which one?
maximum.
Phosphorus is highest
P.
or your nitrogen is highest in bone meal. That bones powder. Yeah.
P.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Okay. Then these are the different. Okay, these are these. Other than this, anybody anything? What is basic slug?
Calcium.
Calcium. What is the basic slug? It is a product of. Yes.
Steel industry byproduct.
Yes, steel industry byproduct. Basic slug. It is a source of it is a fertilizer of which nutrient?
P2O5, sir.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus. Okay. Other than that, anything? There is any organic source of fertilizer or amendment from sugar industry or that sugar mills?
Molasses.
Molasses, not molasses. Other than molasses. What is press mud? Okay, press mud. Yeah. What is the for what we are using press mud? Press mud is from the product of byproduct of your sugar industry, sugar mill only. Press mud is using to reclaim acid salts, sodic salts, or alkaline salts. This is the question for you. Then, okay, these are the basic nutrients and different sources. Other than that, coming to green manuring, what are the different green manures is available?
Sunham Diancia.
Okay, there is two categories is there.
Inside to exide to, sir.
Okay, then what is inside and what is outside? Yeah, inside means in on field.
Field grow చేసి తర్వాత
I am asking examples. One is leaf green manuring and one is in situ green manuring. In situ green manuring, we are growing the crop. Then after some time, at what stage we have to incorporate, or after how many days we have to incorporate?
Flowering stage.
Flowering stage, or after 50 to 55 days. Okay. Then what are the different in situ green manuring crops? Can you give me examples?
Crotalaria gentiana.
Crotalaria gentiana,
Sunham Diancia, sir.
sun hemp. Okay, dhancha. What is the dhancha? What is the Telugu name of dhancha?
జీలిగా, sir.
Jiliga. Okay. Sun hemp. సన్నేమ్ సన్నేమ్ ఏమంటారు తెలుగులో?
జనము సార్.
జన్ము. ఓకే. These are only these three. Shall I use your copy?
Cowpea. In situ.
What is the criteria to select a crop for green manure purpose? What is the criteria? It must be leguminous.
Nitrogen fixing capacity.
Yes, it must be leguminous, nitrogen fixing capacity, BNF capacity. Other than that, vigorous vegetative growth and easily degradable. You can use your any of the this thing, your maybe your whatever, any legume crops, whatever you sown in your field. Okay, like your green this one, green gram, black gram, or your cowpea, okay, or any beans, all those things. Okay, I told bean that, then I asked one question: which of this legume, which out of the all legumes, which crop is not fixed atmospheric nitrogen, not having
Rajma.
nodules?
Rajma sir.
Rajma. What is the scientific name? Rajma. Casheolus vulgaris. తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు రాజ్మాని? రాజ్మాని అంటారా? ఇట్స్ హిల్లీ ఏరియాలో, అక్కడ ఏపీలో అయితే వైజాగ్ అండ్ దట్ ఏరియాలో పండిస్తారు. Casheolus vulgarisనా? Yes or not? Okay. This is about this one. What is that? In situ green manuring. Then what are the different crops suitable for leaf green manuring? Leaf green manuring.
Suspending.
Leaf again, then suspension is over. We are so in the crop field. Leaf means you have to collect leaves of some plants. Just a minute. Yes, ma. Tell me, ma. Good afternoon, ma. Certificate is okay. It means the mark sheet is they are asking. Yeah. What's your problem? That is two-sided. How it is it? Yeah. That's why they are given up to 500 kb. You can arrange simultaneously. Then you can give graded input also. Yeah, that's also work. Otherwise, there is a time for the recheck also, no? Okay, but I was given the mark sheet and I was arranged simultaneously in the one frame. Okay. Then you do one thing. You just give your this one PDC. There is your overall CGP is there. Yeah. Then okay then. Okay. Yes. You have to log. Okay, bye. There you do immediately. Otherwise, there is a service problem. Okay then I will call you back. I am in class. Okay, thank you. Bye. Sorry for the interference. Okay. Then coming to leaf green manuring. What we do in case of leaf green manuring? Why we have to go for leaf green manuring? Sometimes due to our intensive cropping system, there is no time permits to grow one crop for 50 days and then again go for next main crop. That time what we will do? We will collect the leaves from surrounding areas, crop our field boundaries or nearby forest, and whatever the corrected leaves and that twigs branches will incorporate in your field. This is leaf green manuring. What are the different crops, plants suitable for that?
Azolla pinnata.
Neem.
Azolla pinnata.
Glyceridia.
Neem.
Hey, kodare. Glycidia.
Neem.
Ongemia.
Calotropis.
Calotropis.
Yeah, these are different. Then coming next to your bio fertilizers. Other than this green manuring, there is another recent new concept is there. That is brown manuring. Nothing but your green manuring only. Growing a crop in on field after a certain period before incorporation, we have to spray herbicide on that crop. Then that what happened after spraying herbicide? That plants all dry, and that entire greeny plants converts into brown in color. That's why that is brown manuring. Why we have to do this? What is the practical importance or use of going for brown manuring inside of green manuring? What is the advantage of brown manuring?
న్యూట్రియంట్ అనేది ఈజీగా ప్లాంట్ కి అందుతుంది అంటే గ్రీన్ మాన్యూర్ తో
ఆ
పోల్చుకుంటే
ప్లాంట్ కి అందడానికి ఇంకేముంది? ఏ ప్లాంట్ కి అందుతుంది? Whatever the answer is in correct way, correct only, but way of application is wrong. Yeah, easily. Okay, whatever the green plants you are incorporated, then to degrade that plants into soil and release the nutrients, it takes time. Otherwise, if you sprayed some herbicide on that plant, that is easily degrade, and further it is helpful to mineralization. Easily mineralization means easily the decompose that plant, easily decompose. That's why we are spraying this. We are moving to brown manuring. Okay, so all are these things okay. But tell me, what is the basic requirement? My soil is very good, fertile, or everything is okay, or I was applied a green manure or black manure or brown manure or manures, okay, bulky or whatever. What is the basic requirement in soil to provide sufficient nutrients for plant growth? What is the basic requirement?
Moisture, sir.
Huh? Moisture. Okay, other than moisture. Okay, moisture, okay, but more than that. What is the C-N ratio? What is the C-N ratio? Yes, everybody. ఏమి C-N ratio? ఏం నలుగురు దగ్గర మాట్లాడుతాను, మిగతా వాళ్ళ నోరు బొంగుపోయినాయా లేకపోతే మూగపోయినాయా లేకపోతే లేరా క్లాస్లో? Just I am again and again telling you. Just today also they are told me the time, your golden time is gone. Up to that before COVID you have a golden time. COVID. Now everything is very serious. Management also serious. We need only the performing students, quality students. Not only we means not only me. SBVR. Okay. What is C-N ratio? Vignanika.
30:1.
Yeah. What is C-N ratio? I am asking, not any 30-40 ratios. What is me? What it means?
Ratio of carbon and ratio of nitrogen.
కార్బన్ టు నైట్రోజన్.
What is its practical importance? Why it's important, or now? Why we are discussing about that?
Organic matter content.
Of nutrients.
What is it? Whatever your nutrients, whatever your applied nutrients are the residual nutrients in the soil. If your soil having the sufficient organic matter, then only that nutrients is easily available to your plant growth. Sufficient organic matter is required. Then generally, what is the organic matter content in Indian soils? Generally in Indian soils, I have told you so many times. Indian soils. Yeah, there is a rating card is there for carbon, nitrogen, all those things. This is below, then medium, then high. Yes.
24:1, sir.
24:1 and then there are organic carbon content. OC. Okay, you did this also analysis also, no? What is the OC rating? Organic carbon rating?
0.5 low, sir.
Yes. Then above 0.5?
0.5 to 0.75 medium. Above 0.75 high.
Then Indian soils comes under which category?
No.
Low, sir.
Low. all the Indian soil, almost all the Indian soils are low in organic carbon. And if your soil is low in organic carbon, means the fertility level of your soils are low. And that's why the CN ratio is important. Means what you call humus. The humus content or organic carbon content, if in good quantity, then that soil are very fertile compared to low CN ratio. Oh, sorry, low organic carbon. Then where this CN ratio is practically
మినరలైజేషన్ ఇమ్మొబిలైజేషన్ లో సార్.
okay, what is the mineralization and immobilization?
మినరలైజేషన్ అంటే ఆర్గానిక్ ఫామ్ టు ఇన్ఆర్గానిక్ ఫామ్ కన్వర్ట్.
Organic to inorganic. What? Okay. What is the ratio of borderline ratio of immobilization? Sorry, this one mineralization.
20:1.
If your soils having CN ratio up to 20:1, 0 to 20:1, then the mineralization process is going on. Okay, then above 20:1 up to
30.
that is equilibrium. Above 30,
Immobilization.
same like you have to know CNP ratio, CNS ratio. Okay, CNP, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, CNPS, sulfur. These are ratios are important for your examination point of view and even your practical academic purpose also. Okay. Then for this mineralization or how it is means what is the mineralization converting from organic to inorganic? Who will convert there? Myself or yourself or someone? Who is that? Microorganisms? Which microorganisms? Soil microorganisms or soil beneficial microorganisms. Soil microorganisms works on that whatever dead and decay materials and destroy and decompose and it release nitrogen. Then nitrogen, all the mineral nutrients, whatever that. Then what it mean by immobilization?
Inorganic to
Organic form to organic form.
That is immobilization. What it is by immobilization? What is immobilization? Why it occurs immobilization? If
available form.
if there is less what carbon available to your this microorganisms, whatever the available carbon will consumed by that microorganisms to build their body development and further their nutritional requirement. So the availability of that nutrients is tracked up to some extent. After some time that microorganisms will be die and again that microorganisms will decay and that will be released. That is the process of what is that immobilization. Okay, so this is basic concept about your this thing. Then what is nutrient management? Before that, okay, before that, then what one thing is left again, biofertilizers. Just someone classify the biofertilizers. Someone quick. ID number 50, 51, 52, 53, 50, up to 60. Yes.
Nitrogen
50.
biofertilizers.
Nitrogen biofertilizers.
VAM vascular.
Okay.
Plant growth biofertilizers.
Okay.
Bacteria, blue green algae.
Okay. Anyone correct it? Anyone correct it? Proper arrangement in proper sentence. Yes. Anybody? 61 to 72.
Symbiotic nitrogen fixing bacteria.
You have to tell like that. Nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. Among that nitrogen fixing, again symbiotic,
Symbiotic.
free living, and associative.
Associative.
Then out of that again, there is among symbiotic, your rhizobium is the one category. Then your azolla, pinnata, whatever the terramina, nostoc is another category. Then coming to your next, what is that?
Phosphorus solubilization.
Associative, then free living. Among that free living again aerobic and non-aerobic. What is the non-aerobic free living nitrogen fixing bacteria? Clostridium. Otherwise, free living nitrogen fixing aerobic, Azotobacter. Associative,
Azotobacter.
then mutual,
Azospirillum.
mutual,
Azospirillum, sir.
Rhizobium.
mutual. Symbiotic. Mutual means what? Symbiotic. Rhizobium.
Rhizobium.
In paddy, the association between your azolla, blue-green algae, and that nostoc or whatever that fern. Okay, that is another type of association. This is about all are in brief nitrogen. Then coming to phosphorus. Phosphorus, two types. One is phosphorus.
Solubilize.
Another is
Phosphate absorb.
mobilizing, solubilizing, and mobilizing.
Mobilizing.
Phosphorus solubilization. Why is the need of phosphorus solubilization? What is the why phosphorus needs solubilize? No other nutrients require solubilization. Is it in solid form or what? Why? Because your phosphorus having that bad habit. What is that bad habit?
Immobilize.
Fixation. Immobilize. Fixation. We have to call fixation. Immediately once you have applied your whatever the phosphorus soil, it goes and attach with its close friend. Who is the close friend of phosphorus in soil?
Root.
Iron and aluminium.
Aluminum.
Yeah, it goes to aluminium or iron and it makes or it forms aluminium phosphate or iron phosphate. And these all are insoluble. And we have to enter in between them and we have to break that phosphorus and that bond between that to increase the availability for plants. Otherwise, due to their close bonding, the phosphorus availability to plants is reduced and further yield will be reduced. For that, we are applying phosphorus solubilizing bacteria as a biofertilizer. Okay, what are the examples for that?
Penicillin.
Pseudomonas, bacillus. Okay. Okay. Then other type of
Phosphorus mobilizing.
there is again bacteria is there, even bacteria is there, fungi also is there, some actomyces is also there. Okay, in PSB or okay, we'll discuss that examples and all details later. That are solubilizing or solubilized. That solubilized. Then what is the mobility of phosphorus in soil? What is the mobility of phosphorus in soil? Highly mobile, immobile, or not mobile, or moderately mobile, or what? Phosphorus in soil.
Immobile.
Immobile.
Okay, even though you are solubilized that will be there only. This phosphorus not having legs to move. Then someone goes to that phosphorus and have to take. Then who have to go there? The plant root hairs go to that phosphorus and it will take. But generally you know that the plant roots occupies up to certain extent only. But we have to increase, you have to improve more, to uptake more phosphorus, we have to improve that plant's root surface area. Then what we have to do? We have to infect or you have to infect this, what is that, your inoculum of your mycorrhiza. What is that? Vascular asbesculus mycorrhiza.
VAM.
Then what it happened after inoculation of this VAM to plant roots? It enters into the plant roots. It attached with plant roots with that haustorium, and it takes a food material from plant. Same time, it also increase with the hyphae. It increase the surface area. Then it is easy. Means it increase surface area of roots, means it is easily goes near to that phosphorus available wherever it is in that particular surroundings, increase the surface area. Inta mundu only it is before the inoculation of the worm, it covers only 1 centimeter periphery or 1 meter periphery if you take. But if you inoculate this worm, then that area will increase, that root surface area increase to 1.5 meter. Then more phosphorus come with contact with this root. This method of uptake of nutrient is known as which type of nutrient? Which type of nutrient uptake procedure?
Contact exchange, sir.
Yes. There is a 3 type of uptake mechanisms is there.
Diffusion,
Interception.
Interception or root interception?
root interception, sir.
Root interception.
Root
Diffusion,
interception
mass flow.
and mass flow. Okay, mass flow along with water, diffusion along with potential and all. And this is root interception means root interception also called as a contact type.
Theory
Okay.
of contact.
Yeah, whatever that. Then this is about phosphorus bacteria. Then some of the potassium solubilizing, then sulfur solubilizing bacteria is also there. Okay. There are the basically mostly we are concentrating on these two. Other than this, there is another type of biofertilizer. Now that there is a biofertilizers of this thing. What is that? Biofertilizer consortia is also available. Liquid consortia, liquid means mixing of all many of consortia, liquid biofertilizers. That is very effective. Okay, practically. Then other than this, there is another thing. Root rhizosphere bacteria also is there. That is also now they are inoculating. These are some of the biofertilizer compounds. Mostly we are using. Then among that your rhizobium, what are the different rhizobium strains is there? Particular strain only is suitable for particular type of crops. Okay, we'll discuss that one later. Then what is nutrient management as common sense? Generally combine on-farm nutrient sources with the commercial fertilizers to meet crop need. Generally what we'll do? We'll combine whatever the resources available at our farm level, whatever the compost, whatever the manure, whatever cow dung, we'll combine that along with your, if you first you estimate whatever the available at your farm level. Okay, you have to supply 100 kg of nitrogen and your available compost or FIM with your is, it will able to supply 40 kg. So remaining 60 kg of nitrogen you have to supply some many other commercial fertilizer, inorganic fertilizer source. That is nothing but commercial and nutrient management and fertilizer. On-farm nutrient sources, generally on-farm what we have? Manures, green manuring, all these things are on-farm. Then soil reserves, then residue incorporations. Okay. Then another is off-farm is commercial fertilizers, your biofertilizers also. This will further, this all leads to provide sufficient nutrients for your crop growth to increase the productivity and production. So this is the one way these all are the sources we have to provide the nutrient. Then is it, if you are applying 100 kg of nitrogen, then 100 kg going to plant?
No, sir.
Then how much going?
30%, approximately 30-40.
What is the nitrogen use efficiency in general in Indian soils?
Approximately 30 దాకా ఉంటుంది సార్.
In case of paddy fields, submerged paddy fields? Submerged paddy fields? It's less than that or less than, more than that?
Less than sir.
Yes. So where remaining going?
Denitrification losses అయితే సార్.
Okay, one is denitrification.
Volatilization.
Volatilization, okay.
Leaching, sir.
Leaching, okay. These are the three major. Other than that, surface loss, surface runoff loss also there. In case of nitrogen. Then in case of phosphorus, what is the phosphorus use efficiency? Among that NPK, which one have more efficiently using more efficiency? NPK.
Potassium, sir.
What is that? How much percentage? Percentage. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 or less than that? Okay, tell me first what is the phosphorus efficiency in Indian soils? It's around 15 to 20% only. 15, 1.5. What about micronutrients? Less than 10. Then the need for nutrient inputs, why needs, what is the need and what is the sources? Nutrient inputs as a fertilizers fill the gap between crop need and indigenous supply. In soil, in your field, there your soil having some amount of nutrients, some amount of N, some amount of P or K already. But your plant required some 100 kg, but your soil able to provide only 40 kg. The remaining 60 kg you have to apply. Then how you have to apply means this all the sources you use, any of the one source or a integrated source. Integratedly you mix the all source and mix the all source means all the sources, whatever the available sources. Okay, then you will provide. Other than that, some amount of nutrients also you are getting from rainfall and rainfall. Which nutrient you are getting from rainfall? Yes. Any nutrient you are getting from rain?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Sulfur.
Sulfur?
Acid.
Acid rains. Generally, up to 3 to 4% of your nitrogen is getting from rain. Okay. And before that, tell me, what is the mineral source? You are completed your rocks and mineral portion. Then what is the mineral source of nitrogen? Is there any inorganic mineral available in soil to provide nitrogen? For phosphorus, is anything is there? Phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, calcium. Is for nitrogen, is anything is there? Any mineral?
No, sir.
Then what is the source? Only the organic is the source. Other than that,
Atmosphere.
yeah. Then what is the N content in atmosphere? Atmospheric composition? How much
75.
nitrogen is there in atmosphere?
78. 78.
Okay,
78.
then that much nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. Then why we are bothering about nitrogen?
Lack of fixing capacity.
Not. Whatever the nitrogen present in atmosphere is inert form. What is the atmospheric nitrogen? What is the
N2.
N? What is
N2,
the
sir.
symbol for
N2.
that? N2. Then what is the nitrogen we are using? Our plants using?
Nitrate form lo gaani ammonia form lo. NO3 minus gaani NH4 plus gaani.
Can you tell me
Ammonia
out of the 17 or 20 nutrients, which nutrient is available both in cationic and anionic form?
Nitrogen.
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 Then okay. Then so there is a nitrogen is one of the important and nutrient, and same time as like your carbon, out of these all nutrients, your nitrogen is one of the nutrient having deficient in all type of soils in India, all soils. Other than nitrogen, which nutrient is deficient
Zinc,
in
sir.
Indian soils?
Zinc.
Yeah, zinc. Okay. Then tell me which nutrient is deficient in black cotton soils? Black soils, your vertisols?
Iron, sir.
Yes, iron. Can I know who is that? Who is this?
Premendra Reddy, sir.
Okay. Then, so coming to nitrogen. Okay, I will come back to nitrogen. Then we have to supply inorganic fertilizer to plant for its growth, because of there is whatever the available nutrients in soil is shortage or insufficient, we have different sources: manures, crop residues, then irrigation water also supply, then soil supply, soil indigenous. These all are indigenous supplies and inorganic fertilizers. Okay, climate also, from climate also we are getting. Then, just as we discussed, your CHO almost 74% of your plant's composition, and water and air is the basic source. Then your NPKs primary, NPK primary, and sulfur, calcium, magnesium. This 6 contributes 5% macro. Then micro, all these micronutrients constitute 1% of total plant dry weight. Then mineral fertilizers. These are the mineral fertilizers. The one source has like your organic, inorganic fertilizers. Then tell me what are the different mineral fertilizers. Fertilizer classified into different categories. What are the different categories? Basic categories. This is a practical class, means practical crop production class, and there is nothing new to teach. Everything what you learn in your crop production 1, 2, and your principles of agronomy 1 or 2, and your soil science both 2, 3 courses. That is the command of this. That all mixing of this is this class, this course, and your pest and disease management courses also is there. So whatever you learned in these 2 years, we have to apply here. Tell me what are the different fertilizers is classified into different categories. What are the different categories?
Complex fertilizers.
Yes. First one is
Straight.
straight. Then
Complex.
Then
Mixed.
mixed. Straight, complex, mixed. Then what is the straight statement? It's going straight, huh? What it means?
ఒక న్యూట్రియంట్ అంచుతుంది సార్, ఒక న్యూట్రియంట్.
ఒక న్యూట్రియంట్ అంటే ఏ న్యూట్రియంట్?
నైట్రోజన్ గాని, నైట్రోజన్
among what? Among
major nutrients.
Major or primary?
Primary, sir.
Yes, among the primary NPK, it provides any one. Then tell me one example for each.
స్ట్రైట్ ఫర్టిలైజర్ యూరియా సార్.
For what?
Nitrogen.
Straight fertilizer.
Straight fertilizer urea for which nutrient?
Nitrogen.
Okay, then next.
Potassium chloride.
Potassium chloride for what?
Potassium.
There is chloride also there, no? Second nutrient. Yes. Tell me anybody. Chloride is not a primary, na? You have to tell that. Then okay. Potassium chloride also called as a
Muriate of potash.
okay. Then okay. N is over, K is over. Then it is straight fertilizer for P.
SSP. Single super phosphate.
There is a phosphate. Yeah. Single super phosphate, SSP. Okay. Then these 3 are the straight fertilizers. Okay. Then coming to next category.
Complex fertilizers.
Complex fertilizers.
Tell me examples.
Diammonium phosphate.
DAP. DAP.
Incomplete.
Tell me. What is incomplete and complete? Okay. So among the state, there is again classification is there. High analysis, low analysis.
SSP is low analysis, sir.
Okay. High analysis and low analysis among the state.
SSP is low analysis, sir.
SSP low analysis. Why? What is the criteria I am asking?
అంటే ఏం సార్ అనాలిసిస్?
That's what I am asking to you.
ప్రైమరీ న్యూట్రియంట్ కంటే తక్కువ ఉంటుంది సార్ అది, అందుకని.
ప్రైమరీ న్యూట్రియంట్ కంటే తక్కువ ఉంటుంది అంటే
పర్సెంటేజ్ లో చెప్పాలంటే అది 100% లో 25% ఉంటుంది సార్.
Not like that. If any of your fertilizer, state fertilizer, having at least 25% or above of that N or P or K, then that one is called as a high analysis fertilizer. And less than 25%, then low analysis fertilizer. Is it? You got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then next, your complexing. Complex means that is complicated only. What is the complex?
Composition of 2 or 3, sir.
Okay, composition of 2 or 3 what? State fertilizers?
Primary plant nutrients, sir.
What is
Primary
the difference
nutrients.
between your mixed and state complex? What is the difference between mixed fertilizer and complex fertilizer? Anybody? Fertilizer course is over. Mixed means physical mixing. 20 kg urea, 20 kg potash, then 10 kg phosphorus, this SSP. We are mixing. Okay, we are mixing together physically. That is mixing, Puliora mixing, Puliora. Then what about complex? Every grain of that fertilizer having all 3 NPKs, is it? I am right or wrong? Hello?
Sir, sir.
Paribera?
Naam, sir.
Cheppandi. Complex means what? Mixing, mixed fertilizer ante physically we are mixing. Adinta తీసుకొని we will mix it. Tell me first any example for any one complex fertilizer.
DAP, sir. Diammonium phosphate, sir.
Okay. Tell me what is the composition?
18 nitrogen,
Ammonium,
46 phosphorus.
nitrogen, phosphorus.
Okay. Then tell me nitrogen in which form and phosphorus in which form or which color? There is nitrogen is on separate granule, phosphorus is separate granule, is it?
No, sir.
Both are in same granule. మీరు ఒక గింజ ఒక గ్రాన్యూల్ తీసుకుంటే ఇట్స్ కంటైన్ 19% of your N and whatever the 46 of your P. But in case of mixed, all are different. Kalagura Gampa, 30 kg that, 20 kg that, and 30 kg that we are mixing together. That's all. There is also in mixed fertilizer also two type of mixing is there. At company mixing and field mixing, all Puliora mixing. But here is different. Then tell me, other than DAP, any other complex fertilizers?
Nitrophosphate, sir. Ammonium phosphate, sir.
Ammonium polyphosphate.
Ammonium polyphosphate. Okay. Other than that,
Nitrophosphates.
nitrophosphate. Other than that, general market lo unde cheppandi farmers వాడేటి. What are they using by farmers? 15 15 15 15 13 What is this? 19 20 50 60 ఏంది ఇది 0 90 40 what is this?
NPK.
Yes. We call as a grades, fertilizer grades. What it means? 19 0 19 means what?
N 19.
Out of that 100 kg 90 kg are N, 0 kg of
phosphorus,
then 19 kg of your potash. This type of means each granule of your complex fertilizer is having the whatever the as per grade. Okay, that is fertilizer grade. This is clear. In organic fertilizers, 3 types. Then organic manures we are already discussed. Organic manures providing whatever that NPK, your commercial fertilizers providing NPK, or whatever your green manure provide NPK, everything is uptake by plants. Then your soil will be, after harvesting the soil, what happened? Soil healthy. After harvesting crop, soil is healthy or weakened? After harvesting of one crop, soil is healthy or weakened? In case of nutrient amount of nutrient content.
Weekend, sir.
Okay, that's why we have to, every time we have to means we have to fulfill the gap. Then to fulfill that gap, which source we are using is more important in case of present day's concept. What we are thinking is that what we are discussing every day is soil health. What is the mean by soil health? What is the mean by organic farming? And what is the problem with your commercial inorganic fertilizers? There is nothing difference here. Only one thing: if you are continuously applying these chemical fertilizers, inorganic fertilizers, to fulfill that gap, that your soil, that further the concentration of that chemicals is increasing in soil, and further whatever the residual effect on microorganisms. Same time, it also change the soil reaction. If you are applied some fertilizer, ammonical fertilizer, acid forming, okay, it will increase acidity, pH, decrease pH. Like that, it will change the soil reaction, and further it is affects on your microbial population. Then if microbial population is disturbed, means the availability of the nutrients to the plant is reduced. That's why we have to use all the sources, both sources, organic and inorganic sources, in integrated manner with appropriate combination. But what happened since 1965? What is 1965? Why I am telling 1965?
Started, sir.
Yeah. What is the two components of green revolution? One is high yielding short heighted varieties. That
high input fertilizers.
And then your external fertilizers. Your this commercial fertilizer. Bastal kumarichi soil reaction, soil physico-chemical properties was changed. Then soil health was degraded. That further impact on soil microbiota, soil microbial population. Then further, it made the soil infertile. If there is no living, when we call living, what is the living soil and non-living soil? Living soil and soil kevanna jiva munda? Yes, microorganisms.
Microorganisms into living soil.
Yes. If your microorganism is disturbed, then your mineralization process will disturb. Your mineralization process is disturbed, means the availability of nutrients is disturbed. That's why we have to use inorganic fertilizers judicially. But I am not supporting organic farming. That is a different one of the marketing concept. That is a failure concept. That is different. But we have to use integrated. Then integrated way of integrated sources, more than one source. If you are continuously using inorganic fertilizers, then result we are already realized due to green revolution technology. Our soil productivity levels already degraded. Most of the soils degraded. Okay. You can observe the cycle of the plant nutrient and plant crop production and plant nutrient cycles. Here, from atmosphere N2 is coming, N5, and your whatever the nitrogen urea factories are nitrogen fertilizer, different nitrogen fertilizer producing by using your atmospheric nitrogen only by stabilizing or by that thing. Then farmers incorporate that whatever that inorganic fertilizer produced from factory into soil. That further that nitrogen goes to NO3 form. That further whatever that urea means which type of fertilizer? There is again, tell me what there are the three type of
fertilizer, sir. Urea.
Three type of fertilizers is there in case of your this thing. What is the nitrogen fertilizers? What are the different three type of fertilizers? Yes, classify the nitrogen fertilizer. Nitrogen is fertilizer. 9 fertilizers. Ammonical fertilizers, nitrate fertilizers, amide fertilizers, and amide and fourth one is
ammonium nitrate.
Ammonium nitrate fertilizers. Then your urea comes under which category?
Amide.
Okay. These all are inorganic fertilizers, is it? Out of this, there is one organic fertilizer is there. When we call organic, when we call inorganic in
Carbon
chemistry.
unte organic, sir.
Organic, sir. Carbon లేకపోతే inorganic, sir.
So out of this, which is organic?
Urea.
Urea. So urea is in among that classification, it comes under which category? Which type of fertilizer? Urea.
Amide
fertilizer. So once you are applied this urea into soil, whatever the urease enzyme produced by that microorganism, that ammonia, whatever that ammonia is further degraded into NO3 of ammonial form, then further it reduced to NO2 minus nitrate, then nitrite. Then this NO3 form is available for plant. Then where this NH4 form is having significance? This NH4 form having significance in which type of crops and which type of soils? Especially your paddy. Yes, submerged condition, it absorbs NH4. In some of the other crops in early stage using NH4 plus. But mostly your NO3 form is absorbed. Okay. What is the reversible process of this NO3? This NO3 converts into NO2 converts into N2O into N, and goes into atmosphere as a gaseous form. That is denitrification. This is nitrification. Okay. Here, again, I will tell you there is a different procedure. Oh, for two, okay, I will tell you now only. But you are told that leaching, volatilization, and denitrification. To stop that, there is one technology. One is nitrification inhibitors and urease inhibitors. These are the two type of chemicals. We are coating that along with this. We are coating, or we are using another is so slow coated fertilizer. Okay, we are using this inhibitors along with this fertilizer. Then this nitrification inhibitor or urease inhibitor stop that process, or not stop, it will slow down the process of releasing, or slow down the process of that urease enzyme, or further this releasing of your ammonical form, or further nitrification process. Then slow down that process. Then the availability of NO3 for plant growth is reduced. Suppose you are applied 100 kg without your inhibitors, then it will be directly within the 1 or 2 days entire that urea is solubilized and release total 100 kg in 1 week. The total that urea is converted into NO3 form in 1 week. But your plant is required that entire 100 kg in 1 week. It's not required. It may require 10 kg or 15 kg. మన బస్తాలో 100 కిలోలు బియ్యం ఉన్నాయని ఒకే రోజు వండుకొని తినలేం కదా. So, but here is not that. Here is if you are applied, if you applied 100 kg, then within the 1 week that entire urea is solubilized and further process, the nitrification process, and released entirely. And is this plant able to uptake only 40 kg or 50 kg? Then what are the remaining 50 kg going loss through whatever the procedures you are told, whatever the phenomena, nitrification, denitrification, volatilization, leaching, or all those things. To stop that, we are using here nitrification inhibitors or urease inhibitors. That is the one technology available here. Other than that, same concept, slow releasing that coated fertilizers are slowly releasing nitrogen fertilizers also is there. That is one concept here. Then here, otherwise, if you are not using that, then this NO3 again converted into NO2 and again finally gaseous nitrous oxide and goes into atmosphere. Okay, that is nitrification and denitrification process. Soluble N, it's absorbed by uptake by roots. Here leguminous crop, it's a leguminous crop. In case of leguminous crops, it having nodules, so it also uptake, it also fix the atmospheric nitrogen directly. Otherwise, we will fix in industry or factory and apply. This is another, this is a industrial method and this is a biological method. This is chemical fixation, the biological fixation. Okay. In case of legumes, in case of non-legume cereals, it uptake whatever is available in the soil. Then Further, it will also, there is also so many losses, inorganic and microbial decomposition and all those things. And further, both of these crops, we are again incorporated into soil, the stubbles and all. Then again, it will give this as this crops stubbles as a feed for animals. Otherwise, you will incorporate stubble into soil. Then further again that whatever that mineralization, decomposition and mineralization process goes, and again whatever the nutrients stored in this organic form in this plant stubbles, plant cells, again released with the help of microorganisms or the action of microorganisms, and again it will repeat, means it's a continuous cycle. Then what is different? What is the fertilizer? Fertilizer means it's a inorganic nutrient source. Fixing in a factory or industrial chemically we are preparing and producing that fertilizer. Then tell me, among this NPK fertilizer, what are you told? Which fertilizer we are not producing in India? Hello?
Potassium, sir.
Potassium. Why we are not producing? Okay. Inputs. These all are the inputs: inorganic fertilizers, atmospheric deposition, biological nitrogen fixation, sedimentation, means weathering process, then organic manures, irrigation, water irrigation, then crop residues. These all are the different sources will provide nutrient for plant. Then output. It is this plant absorb these nutrients, then further it gives output in the form of harvested crop, maybe grain or maybe fodder, maybe whatever it. Then pest and disease damage, gaseous losses, denitrification losses, leaching losses, then water or soil erosion, surface erosion, leaching goes into deeper and deeper layers, outer means deeper layers, then your root surface, your root zone, then biological resource fertilizer means biologically that immobilization. This is the general, the overview of production. Why we have to apply fertilizers? Why we have apply? Just what we discussed. Fertilizer is essential to growing healthy plants, then to produce crops, and further to get the economic produce. Why fertilizer is an important? Fertilizer supplies essential nutrients to the to the grasses and plants for the adequate growth and maintenance of the plant functions, their metabolism to continue their growth and development of plant. You have to supply the nutrients. Same time, plant absorb the solar with the help of sunlight and your atmospheric carbon dioxide and absorb water. It will photosynthetic process is going on, and whatever the applied nitrogens are helps to build up the plant body, and further that photosynthesis, whatever that carbohydrate fixed in photosynthesis process, that is converted into proteins, amino acids, fats, and whatever the required compounds for plant growth and development, and to produce economic yield. Then just come to our original topic now. RDF. It is time now. Okay, I will exactly stop class at 4:30. Okay, RDF. What is RDF?
Recommended dose of fertilizer.
Who will recommend, for whom recommend, for what way they are recommending? What is the basis?
Soils testing.
Soil testing. How many tests they are conducting? Where they are conducting? For whom they are recommending? These are the generalized recommendation. The Department of Agriculture or KVK or government universities, they are collecting some random samples from the different fields of that particular large geographical area. You can take a mandal or district or taluka. They are collecting that samples, few samples randomly. Based on that sample result, they are arriving at one generalized this thing figure, the generalized number. Then they are recommending in general, if you're not having any further information about your soil health, your soil capacity to provide nutrients, then you just otherwise just to go ahead with this number of, this means apply 100 kg of nitrogen. But it is not a specified. It's a generalized. But what we have to do? You have to go for soil test. Okay, you have to go for soil test. Then when we have to go for soil test, and how frequent we have to go for soil test? Yes. Somebody. Hello. ఏరా భాయ్ ఎప్పుడు సాల్ టెస్ట్ ఎప్పుడు చేయాలా అండ్ ఎన్ని సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి చేయాలా 10 సంవత్సరాలు చేయాలా 10 సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి చేయాలా 3 సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి చేయాలా 5 సంవత్సరాలకు ఒకసారి చేయాలా
3 years.
Okay, as per soil that health card process that every 3 years you have to go for soil test. Okay, then you did a soil test, then only you will getting what is the exact capacity of your particular field. So as a graduate, as a professional agriculture graduate, you have to recommend soil test. The blanket recommendation only the last and very least supported method of using NPK. So we must and should have fertilizer application. So here you are also having a course of your geospatial technology. In that you are studying that precision farming. Okay, what it tells, what precision farming, what is the basic principle of precision farming?
Variability of the spatial and
yes,
temporal.
In soil testing, what you are doing, you are taking for 1 hectare you are taking 5 or 6 samples and you are analyzing. In case of RDF, they are taking entire mandal, means within the 500 acres they are taking a 20 or 100 samples. In case of soil testing, within your 1 hectare you are taking a 5 samples. But your precision farming, precision agriculture telling that you are telling that within your 1 hectare also there is so much variation. You divide that your 1 hectare also into different zones, different fertility zones, and go for site specific nutrient management. Okay, what is the site specific nutrient management? Within your field also there is a variation. For that you have to go for grid sampling. What is the grid sampling? What is the grid and grid sampling? It's any difference with the as far then your soil sampling? Nothing difference, but more number of samples you have to take in grids. You have to make entire field into grids, some small grids based on the variability, and you have to take. Then what is the different steps in your question? The site specific nutrient management. Establish a yield target the crops total needs. Establish a yield target. Establish a yield target means what? There is another concept in your fertility course, targeted yield based nutrient application, like that some Ramaswamy or someone is given. Who is that? What is that?
Ramurthy.
Ramurthy, yes. What is that term? Targeted
STCR.
Yeah. STCR. What is STR or STR?
Soil test crop response.
Yeah. And other is, and that we will target the yield, we fix the yield. We have to produce 50 quintals per hectare. Then to produce 50 quintals per hectare, rice plant required how much nutrients? It requires 100 kg nitrogen, 60 kg phosphorus, and 40 kg K. Then what are the available with soil already? It's available 20, 10, 10. Then remaining you have to apply. That is also variably. Step 2. Effectively use existing nutrients, whatever the existing nutrients, soil residual nutrients, indigenous nutrients. Then step 3, fill deficient between total needs and indigenous supply. Okay, between this 1 and 2, the difference between 1 and 2 you have to apply. In site specific again with your different fertility zones. Then what is the advantage? What is the disadvantage with RDF? What is the advantage of soil test? Then what is the advantage with your SSNM? For RDF, you are applying blanketly, more fertilizer is required, and most of that is going waste. Most of that going waste. More resources are going waste. Same time it causes pollution, soil degradation, and all those things. Compared to your RDF, your soil test based management is better. It will give us one idea about your field and will reduce the total nutrient or total fertilizer requirement for your field, and it also reduce the cost of cultivation and reduce the pollution, and comparatively your SSNM is more sustainable, more economical, and more productive. Then that's why you have to go for soil testing. That may be grid soil sampling or your normalized soil sampling. You have to go for soil sampling, and you have to know what is the nutrients, what is the position of nutrients in your soil, what is the how much quantity of nutrients, available nutrients present in your soil. Then you have to deduct that available from the plant requirement, and then you have to apply the remaining gap. Okay, here I am stopping today. Okay, and for you assignment 1 to 10, assignment is cereals, paddy, wheat. What are the cereals? Hello.
Paddy, wheat, barley,
Paddy, wheat,
sorghum,
oat,
maize,
barley, maize. Up to this
maize.
crop, you have to write integrated nutrient management of all these crops. Integrated nutrient management of all these crops, including your site-specific nutrient. You have to with reference with your site-specific nutrient management. 1 to 10 cereals. Then 11 to 20 millets, all major and minor millets. Major and minor millets. Then coming to your 10 to 30. 10 to 30 Kharif pulses. Kharif pulses.
Sir, 10 to 30 and sir, 20 to 30 years.
So 21 to 30. Sorry, 21 to 30. Sorry, right, pulses. All pulses are legumes. Then 31 to 40 oil seeds. 41 to 50 fiber crops. 50 to 60 sugar crops. And 61 to 70 tobacco.
72, sir.
Yes, okay, 72, whatever that, 61 to 72. Okay. Tobacco and fodder crops. Tobacco and fodder crops. Okay. You have to write each crop completely integrated nutrient management. You have to incorporate all these things. And take your soils are your soil NPK content is less. Less means your I tested your soils. Your soils having For all type of cells, your cells are 20, 20, 10, 30 kg of NPK and sulfur medium. Write down N you take 40, not 20, N 40, K 30, P 10 kgs per hectare. Sulfur medium available. Manganese sufficient except cotton. Manganese sufficient except cotton. Cotton fellow you have to take care. These are these things. And my zinc also, and zinc and iron are deficient. Zinc, iron and boron are deficient in all the soils. You have to take care about this all. You have to take care about NPK, then magnesium, then sulfur, then zinc, iron and boron. This iron, boron, zinc are deficient in all type of soils. We have to write based on your crop requirement. These all are low. How much your crop required, based on that how much you have to apply. That is balance it in integrated manner. You have to take all the standard denominations. Don't take for FIM someone is 0.5 and someone is 0.6, 0.5, 0.25, then 0.5, like that. And for chemical fertilizers or inorganic fertilizer, you take one state fertilizer. You take state fertilizer of urea, phosphorus, urea, SSP and merit of potash. And where you have to don't take merit of potash, some plants, some crops you have to don't take. Otherwise that last people, whatever that last group, along with tobacco you have to write potato and these things. In case of tobacco, potato, you don't take merit of potash, you take sulfate of potash. Okay, this is for today.
Sir, 16-17 batch.
Any doubt among this?
Sir, 2016-17 batch వాళ్ళు ఏం రాయాలి సార్?
Yeah, 2016-17 batch. You write 16 batch. You write that cotton and paddy.
Okay,
then
sir.
17 batch. You write wheat and sugarcane. Okay. And for this you have 1 week time. Today is 19th, 20. Then you have to submit on 28th. Okay, you submit on 1st of December. Okay. Divya is there or left? Just a minute.